Hello! So, I forgot to film an intro for this video, but hi, yes, I am going to be making this really cute Mimikyu cosplay. This was designed by SunsetDragon on Instagram, and they are absolutely amazing. Their designs are just, oh, they're so good. They're so good, they're so cute, and they're so elegant and sparkly and just, oh, so cute. So I saw that design and it was like, yes, this is very cute. I'm very excited. And it's very Halloween-esque, and I'm very happy, you know, with how it came out. So I filmed this video a little differently than how I normally film videos. I'm gonna start out with the circle skirt, I think. I think it just jumps right into the circle skirt. Very strange, yeah. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. Sebastian's like, you got games in there? Yeah, I have games in my fabric. Why? Sebastian. So I did not do a very good job at explaining a circle skirt. You just need your waist size, and there's actually an online calculator called moodfabrics.com, and you can just plug everything in and you put in your waist measurement and it tells you everything that you need. I will also link my favorite circle skirt videos down below because I just did not do a good job at explaining this. But here you can see me marking out my waist radius in the corner, and then I measure down the length that I want it to be, and then I cut it out, and that's basically it. Like, circle skirts are really easy, so I will leave you with that website and then my favorite videos. This is how it came out. It's really long. It does absolutely not need to be this long, but I'm gonna go back and cut it later. So I bought like 5 yards of this, making sure that it would be enough for this project. Do you think this is enough? So now that I've made the skirt, the next thing I need to do is make the top. So I'm actually going to do some fabric draping and make a little test one. I think I'm just gonna have like a zipper in the back. So I'm going to make a little mock-up, and hopefully it will be easy and not a pain. Also, look at Bean. Look at this cat. Look at her. Oh my goodness. What are you doing, Bean? A sleeping girl. Yes. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay, so let's do some, oh my God, I'm getting a tattoo removed and it's so itchy. You're chaotic. Why do you bring so much chaos into this room, Sebastian? So I added the back panels in, and it's just all pinned together right now, but this is essentially the very basic shape of it. It is pretty big for me already. I always make things much bigger than they need to be, and then I tailor it to myself. It's just so much easier that way. So I'm gonna go ahead and sew these side pieces down, take it off of her, try it on, and make it fit me so that I have some good pattern pieces so that I can make the official thing. So this is it with a little zipper in the back. The sides of it can definitely go in a little bit more, so I'm gonna do that and play around with the shape of it a little bit more, and then I can actually sew it and onto the real fabric. So yeah, I took the mock-up apart, and I'm gonna use these patterns and I'm gonna put it on the official fabric, and then we're gonna cut it out and then put that together. And I actually found a zipper that matches perfectly with this fabric somehow. So thank you, past me, for having the perfect zipper in my sewing stash. So I sewed all of the panels together and I actually made 2 of them. So I'm going to use this as the lining. So first I'm going to press all of these seams open, and then once I press all of the seams open, I'm going to put them together with the right sides facing each other, and then I'm going to sew along the edges, and then I'm going to flip it inside out, and then I'm going to have a finished top kind of, and then I'll have to attach it to the skirt and hopefully everything fits because if not I will be sad. So I got the skirt pinned onto the top, and this is kind of how it looks right now. It doesn't really look like much, but once I get it sewed down, it'll look a lot better. And then I'm going to throw the zipper in the back. Now that I have made this, I just need to cut the skirt because it's like way too long. As you can see, the little petticoat is all the way up here, so I have a lot to trim off, and then I have to cut the cool like waves into the bottom of the skirt. So I'm just gonna start cutting it. Okay, so now I'm going to do the airbrushing on the bottom of the skirt. Hopefully this brown that I mixed up is good. This is a piece of scrap fabric that I'm gonna test it on, and we'll see if it's what I want. We shall find out. I made 2 different bows because I wasn't sure what thickness that I would need. So I made a 7/8 inch one, and then this one's like a little over an inch. It might be an 1.25 inches. Anyway, so the thicker one I think looks a lot nicer. I'm not gonna do 1.5 because 1.5 inch is absolutely insane. That's gonna be way too much, I think. I think that's gonna be way too much. 1.25 inch satin ribbon does not exist. Good to know. I am going to get 1 inch. 1 inch. Okay, let me test. I'm gonna make one with 1.5 inches and see what it looks like. That's really cute. Okay, we're gonna go with 1.5. I'm gonna get that right there. I'm gonna get that in orange. So how I make bows is I cross the ribbon and I find the middle of it, and then I hand stitch down the middle and I pull that tight, and then I throw a few more stitches right down the middle, and then I use a piece of the same colored ribbon to conceal the stitches. I cut the legs, burn the edges with a lighter, and that keeps it from fraying. So for the little stitches, I made a bunch of black dots all over the dress, and basically I'm going to punch those out. And then I'm going to run, where's my ribbon? I'm going to run this 3/8 inch ribbon up through the little holes, and it'll look like some nice stitching. So yeah, fun, right Bean? Oh. So the fur lining took forever to arrive, but when it finally did come, I measured out my shoulders and applied that to the lining, and then I cut it with a blade, attached it to the front of the dress, and then right next to the zipper on the back. I love when I cannot move my arms in costumes. That's a little better. I can move my arms, not like too much, but I can at least move them. It looks absolutely insane right now, but I think once I style the fur and airbrush them and everything, I think it'll be okay. I think, because I mean that's fur, right? On the design, I think that's fur. It's just one of those things that may not translate right to a real life design. So to style the fur, I just kind of spiked the ends of the fur. There's no real pattern or technique really here. I'm just trying to match the reference photo. And then I used some Got to Be Glued to keep the shape. These are the little like cuffs that are gonna go like that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this razor and just trim right here so that I have a place to sew down some little snaps so that we can attach them to our wrists. Oh my goodness. For the lining and the cuffs, I airbrushed the base of the spikes with a blackish purple, and then the tips of the spikes got airbrushed with an orange. I have to go down to the basement to get my foam. There's spiders down there. Sebastian, your shadow scared the shit out of me. Okay, nothing on it. I want a house with a basement so I can store all my foam. Yeah, it was a great idea. Spiders. So to make the hat, I referenced SKS Props Witch Hat tutorial. I cut out a cone shape and then a big circle for the brim. If you see my hair color changing a lot, it's because I work on everything at one time and then I put the whole video together in order of the different aspects of the costume, and just so that it makes a little more sense. So yeah, my hair color is going to keep changing. I glued the cone shape together at the sides, glued a wire to it, and then I stuffed it with polyfill and folded it for that classic witchy shape. Use a strip of foam to conceal where the cone was attached to the brim. Used my soldering iron to burn some details into the hat, and I roughed up the edge of the brim to make it a little more old and worn down. The big X stitches are 2 rectangles of 2mm foam. The candies are made of foam clay. To make the 3D stars, I use a star pattern and I put that onto some foam, I cut it out, and then I make marks down the middle of each arm, and I carefully follow that line on both sides with my blade held at an angle to create a V shape, and then I pulled out the foam from the middle and glued the sides of the V together, and it creates this really cool 3D effect. So I'm looking at the cute little charms on her hat, and clearly Zubat. So I'm gonna make a Zubat charm. I'm gonna make a little pattern and then jot that onto some foam. Then on her chest right here, I'm fairly certain that's a pumpkaboo. Pumpkaboo, is that how you say it? So I'm going to also make a pattern of that and cut that out of some foam, I guess. I don't know. It looks flat. Like that looks like a flat piece that's just like hanging there. I'm just gonna make it out of foam and we'll see what happens. So I painted the little candies and then I put quite the thick glazing of clear coat over them so that they're nice and shiny. I wanted them like super shiny. I don't know. I like that finish. Well, and now, oh, and then here's the little Zubat charm. So that's really cute. Anyway, so these are all painted and ready to be stuck on the hat, but I have to paint the hat still. So I'm going to airbrush that today. So I just did some airbrushing and kind of dirtied it up a little bit and gotten all the little creases and everything. And so now I'm going to just take some brown paint and just paint all of the stitches. And I'll probably take a lighter paint and highlight the edges to make those pop a little bit. And then that should be it. So I put the ears that I made out of the fabric onto the hat. And I hated everything about it. It was terrible, ugly, terrible, 0 out of 10. So I ripped them off and I made this little wire structure that goes around the bottom of the hat. And I'm going to remake the ears out of foam clay. And then I'm going to shove them onto the wires and then I shall bend them. And then hopefully that looks better. I think it will. I think it will look a lot better than this. After I paint the new ears, I'm going to attach the candies and then that's it for the hat. And then I'm gonna make the shoes and then I should be done with everything, so. Yay! So here are the new ears. Yes, made of clay. I don't know if I like them any more than the fabric ones, but I guess we'll see what happens when they're fully dried and I paint them. So while these are drying, I am making a shoe cover for this very comfortable boot that I'm gonna wear with this costume. So I've made so many boot covers in my life and these are just literally one of my favorite things to make. Anyway, so I just covered my shoe in some masking tape and a bag and I drew on the lines, which you can't actually see right now, but I'm gonna take that apart and then grab my fabric and sew it all together. And that's it for the shoe cover part. I cut out my patterns. I have these are all the boot cover patterns, and I'm going to put it on this very stretchy, it's a 4-way stretch tan-ish fabric. It's for Pyramid Head, but you know, it's fine. It somewhat matches. So I put the patterns onto the stretchy fabric, and then I'll have a boot cover. Boot covers, the boot covers. So I redid my craft room yesterday and look at all the space. But anyway, I just made these little pumpkins that are gonna go on the shoes, and I just need to paint them. And then I need to style the shoes because they're just back there staring at me. They look messy. We're gonna trust the process on them though, okay? We're just gonna go with it. And hopefully they turn out okay because they just look insane right now. That's really it. Here's how the outfit turned out. The candies got hot glued to the hat. Pumpkaboo also got hot glued onto the front of the dress. The shoe covers slip on and off because they're stretchy, and the fur decorations on the shoe covers velcro on. And I paired the outfit with a mesh top and some sheer leggings. And that's it.
They were fake?
Of course they were fake!
Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was informative or entertaining. I tried a different filming style for this video, so it was probably all over the place, but oh well. Thank you again to SunsetDragon for making this design. It is absolutely beautiful. If you do not already, make sure to check them out on Instagram because beautiful designs. So yeah, I think the next video that I post will be Pyramid Head. So if you like cool crafty stuff, then please follow, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. It was almost October. Why is it 90 degrees outside? Baby. Oh!